I don't understand this report, so maybe
I'm
I
not
will.
either.
Okay, thank you. It's not just me.
Well, that makes
So
it
we went on my
unanimous.
stamp of, I don't understand.
That makes it unanimous.
Everything's not applicable, but yet we have 118 days.
Well, it is what it is. File it.
Okay.
Well, no, it's not, because I wanted an end-of-year report so that we could compare this year to last year.
Well, if you can make sense out of this, then please explain to me.
Well, we could ask for an explanation. We could do that. Scott's gonna do that for us.
Thank you.
More detailed explanation, because we don't quite get that. And why the NAs.
Well, plus, the grades are repeating.
We got it.
I don't understand.
Okay, anything else for school board business?
I just want to request that we get a copy, well, I wanted to make sure that the safety report had been filed with the state, and I would like a copy of it for this year and the previous years, the last 2 years, for the board to look at.
Okay. So the last 2 years?
Yeah, and this year.
This year
So 3 total.
and last year.
Oh, 2 years, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else? School board business? Seeing none? Comments by the public? Connie?
I'd just like to thank the school board and administration for allowing Hazel McBride Nursery School and the daycares to visit with their 4 and 5-year-olds that are going into kindergarten in the fall. It was done on field day, so the children were out of the classroom. Our children were very excited about it, and our parents were very thrilled about it. We have a lot of parents that went to school here, and they were glad to see things that had changed and know that, especially if it's their first child, that, you know, this is what they're going to be doing. The kids were really thrilled with the music room. A lot that had siblings knew about other rooms in the school, but they had never been in the music room. And they were really excited about that. So I'd like to say thank you, and I hope that you continue to do that from year to year. It is important for these children to see where they're going to school. It's very important. And the idea of on field day was just perfect.
Deb Wilson called me, it was the next day or the couple days after, and also expressed that she felt that it was very worthwhile doing and would like to be able to do it again next year.
And I
So-
spoke to Mr. Tritter, who did it with Deb
Yeah.
Wilson, and he also expressed that he'd like to see it happen again next year, and the kids were excited, and parents were
Yeah,
very happy with it.
right.
Thank you for suggesting that, Connie. I think it was a
I
great,
think I'd like
great
to
idea.
expand that rather than just the nursery schools, is to have anyone coming into the kindergarten in town. There are children who don't go to a
The
nursery
thing
school.
about having the daycares and the kindergarten, that it's a field trip for them. So
Yeah.
It went under
they
the,
have
The
people
field
that
trip.
are, yeah. Unless the parent was coming in with a child,
Okay.
then, you know, which
It
would be
was fun.
fine.
It was they did a great job.
Yeah.
They
I mean, the
did.
teachers were wonderful.
Right.
That's
they
great. I'm
really
glad it
did.
worked out
We're
well.
all very happy.
Yeah.
Good
They
job,
wanted
Connie.
to come back the
Good
next
job.
day.
On the other hand,
Oh.
I went to the 8th grade, oh, I forgot what it's called. To me, it's graduation.
Yeah,
Okay.
Closing
That's what I
ceremony.
went for,
Yeah.
8th grade graduation. Well, I looked at the program, and it said, didn't say 8th grade graduation, it said closing ceremonies or
Right.
whatever. I looked inside the program, and it said presentation of certificates. Well, I was a little upset. But then, the program started, and the class president asked everybody to stand, and they sang the national anthem. So everybody sat down, but of course me, I'm still standing. I'm waiting for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh,
No Pledge of Allegiance. I could not believe it. I was appalled. I went home sputtering like you wouldn't believe. I mean, the other things I accepted, so I went right home and I looked up graduation. And it says, graduation is students going from a school, a college, or a university is graduation. So I thought, well, this is a school.
Mhm.
Why can't they have a graduation? I can understand why they've taken away kindergarten graduation. I can understand that. We had that for years. It was wonderful. That I can understand. Cannot understand 8th grade because they're leaving this school, they're going to another school, they are graduating.
Absolutely.
I can't disagree
I
with you.
agree.
I agree, but
Agree.
How
This is-
did that, see, I didn't go last year and the year before, so I don't know when this all started or why it started. I can't understand why they didn't say the Pledge of Allegiance. You say it here, they say it at the selectmen's meeting, we say it at every meeting in town, deliberative session.
I think that was an oversight. In fact, none of us even picked up on that. We were all in the
Well, I
front
was
row.
still standing there by myself, waiting for Joe to come
Yeah.
back and say, please remain
Right.
standing.
I didn't even notice that. Did you? Did anybody? No, we just didn't pick up on it.
Well, I would hope that it wasn't changed just for change's sake, because this is what they're doing now.
No.
Doesn't matter what anybody's doing now. This is what you need to do. And this is what has been done. It's a history. And I couldn't help but notice, and maybe this was all in my mind, that the kids didn't seem to have the expectation of they were going up there and they were graduating. You know, I'll just use the word graduating, but I mean, the kids wouldn't have used that word, but they didn't have that expectation. They seemed kind of blah, like, oh, here's another little thing we're gonna do. And it just, I thought, if I had a child in that class, I would have prepared that child, so this is an exciting time in your
Right.
life, and, you know, so on and so forth, but I didn't see any of the students that were
Excited.
just, I don't know.
It used to be a lot more formal.
Right.
The
It was not
decorations, the whole
formal.
presentation,
It was
the
not formal,
the
that's for sure.
expectations of the students as
Right.
well as, and
Yeah.
you know, it was.
I was
packed house.
told a couple years ago that they were changing it from graduation to closing ceremonies because they didn't want to give the kids the thought that this would be their only graduation. And that was the reason why they changed it to closing ceremonies as opposed to graduation, because they don't want this to be their last graduation. They want them to have 2 more graduations, hopefully, one from high school and one from college. And this, evidently, they felt that this is what was put in their mind. They graduated from 8th grade, they're all set. So this is what I was told, Connie, so, I
Yeah.
don't know. All I can tell
But
you.
that doesn't make sense to me when you
Yeah.
look up the word graduate.
Mhm.
It-
Yeah, I
it
can't
says
argue with
school.
you, I kinda like the
That's first
graduation.
thing,
Yeah.
school.
Especially considering that our
graduating
students
from
don't
school.
have a high school here, and they do go away to
Right.
high school.
Yeah.
It is a graduation, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. They should celebrate every phase of their
I would hope
life.
that somehow or other you can, as a school board, kind of, especially if you're getting a new principal, you're getting a new superintendent, kind of tell them what the expectations of this
Of the
town are.
community is, yeah.
I mean, we have them, I have spoken to many, many people since that night,
Mhm.
and they all agree with me and say, yeah, I know. But it's funny because I think I was the only one that noticed they didn't pledge allegiance to the
Yeah, I
So
flag.
didn't
you should have
notice it.
stopped it,
You
Connie.
didn't notice it?
I noticed
You
it,
should've
and I was
stopped.
appalled.
I was too.
I truly did not
Standing there.
notice.
Appalled
Yeah.
that there was no Pledge of Allegiance and there was no prayer.
Well,
they
prayer we
have
can't
You
prayer
got
have.
the
all time.
separation
Don't
of,
they do prayer at the deliberative sessions?
They
Or is
do-
that
no,
stopped
they
now
don't.
too?
Yes,
They
they do.
do.
They do.
They do prayers.
They
I
do.
I do them all the time.
But in school,
But the prayer is a very general
cannot.
prayer.
That's right, and it's really relates to that evening's meeting.
Right.
but we can't do it in school.
You can't do it in
because-
school.
But do you still do the moment of silence?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's good.
Absolutely.
That's good.
You know, but I wonder, isn't that when we had a student fall? Because it was right in the beginning.
Yeah, I wonder.
We all jumped
yeah.
up.
No, it was
She-
during
Was it before?
processions that she
It was
fell.
Yeah,
during
she's-
it, and
she
she
fell
wasn't
before-
supposed to go up those side
I
of the
know.
stairs, she was supposed to go on the other side, even though that was for the boys and this was for the girls.
Yeah.
Because of her handicap, she uses the right hand. And
I
they were
think
told, but
Yeah.
they chose to put her over there, and that's what happened.
Well, the good thing is she's fine, so that, thank
She's got a
God
lot
for
of
that.
black and
Yeah.
blues, but
I don't doubt it, but,
because I guess she took quite a fall. I couldn't see it.
It was
It
scary.
was
we were
terrible.
all scared, I mean,
It was.
Yeah.
terrifying, to say the least.
So, and then I have a question.
Okay,
When the town uses the school for elections, can we use the kitchen? Because we make, for evening, we all bring meals in crock pots and,
I have
I
no
don't
problem.
know, no, I
Huh?
don't know if that's going to be possible because we have an allergy issue this year.
Oh, the school thing.
And you probably will be able to do that, but somebody's going to have to pay the kitchen staff to be there.
Wow.
okay, so if we
One
put
person.
a table out, and that's where we put our food and plug it in near a plug, will the kitchen staff have to be there?
It's a sanitation and cleaning issue. It wouldn't have to be the whole
What we're
kitchen
gonna do.
staff, it would be a kitchen person. One person needs to be there. Anytime, that's gonna be,
And I'm sure
in-
the town is not gonna say they wanna pay for that. Because the town used to pay for our lunch, but they don't do that anymore either. We all bring in stuff.
Oh, but that's
all of
fun.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with it. I've brought stuff in for the evening meal always.
So if someone.
we have
What?
not set the policy, it's something we have to do this summer. We haven't set the price yet on what there's gonna be a charge, a kitchen charge.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay. Okay, Monique would be the one, the town clerk, that's in charge of that. So.
It's kind of out of our hands because we have to deal with this allergy issue.
Mhm. But this is just why I thought it'd be better if we use the kitchen, because this is just for the people that are working at the polls, not the people who come in.
Right.
Whereas if we put
But
it on
the
a table.
food, the food being in that room, we need to have a kitchen staff available.
Okay. Oh, that'll be interesting.
I don't think it's gonna
After
be an
working-
exorbitant charge.
Right, but I mean,
Well, I don't see
some of
why,
us work 11, well, the supervisors and the town
Yeah.
clerk work 11, 12 hours that day. So, I mean, you know, we can't really just bring a bag of lunch
no,
and supper. That's kind of hard.
yeah, you need something. It's not like you can leave.
Right. No, we can't, and especially at that election. I mean, the town one, maybe one of us could leave at a time, you know,
Mhm.
but not at that election. In fact, we have to have 2 extra people.
The cafeteria may be open that day if the staff's here.
They don't serve lunch if the kids are not here.
No.
They don't?
I won't be
Not
here.
even to the staff?
No,
Oh, okay.
Well, anyway, when it's decided, if you could let Monique know, that would
okay.
be great.
All right, we'll do that, Connie. Anything else from the public? Anybody got a comment? You don't have comment? No? Okay. Then, what do we have here? Have a motion to go into non-public under,
Could I
sure.
just ask, Deb, could you, if possible, could you put in the minutes where the reason I voted no against the roof is because I think we need some more documentation about the swimming pool?
I did.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay. Can I, well, I'll make a motion. I'll make a motion to go into non-public under RSA 91A32A, dismissal, promotion, compensation, or disciplining a public employee. RSA 91A32B, hiring of a public employee. I don't think we have anything for 3. RSA 9132D, consideration of the acquisition, sale, or lease of real or personal property, or consideration of negotiation of pending legal claims or litigation.
Oh, you better throw 3 in there, too.
Okay. And RSA 91A32C, discussion of matters that are likely to adversely affect the reputation of a person other than the members of the school board, student matters. Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Mason, aye.
Go back.